always said that travel broadens the mind.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Up for a bit of dying, are we?
How nice of you to stop by.
Aha! I see you.
Someone there?
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there, Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them, possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us, which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier, with Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfix cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about
Revelio.
earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear. You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's nice to meet you, by the way.
I am. Sebastian...
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line.
I do miss Hogwarts. Between the goblins...
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's Loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse, Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure. I'm getting tired, I should probably rest. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
Howie,
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to...
He's always angry. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. I'm the one trying to help her.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done.
I refuse to believe that. I miss my sister. Come with me. Ranrock's Loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Wizard is a dead wizard in my book.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Levioso!
Accio.
Silent as a grave.
We'll reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Let's get this over with. This is where... There you
Sendo!
Oh, you think you're so clever.
Confringo. Levioso. Devolso. Levioso. Accio. Confringo. Spleniomus.
I won't get dead.
Glacius. Protego.
Control is worthless.
Patricus Totalis.
You've made your last mistake.
Levioso.
Someone's here.
Devolso.
Descendo. Put me down at once! Ooh, this shouldn't take long. How childish! One less human to worry about. Rather unwise coming back. Let's get this over with.
Arresto Momentum. Devolso. Sendo.
There you are.
Incendio. Levioso. Confringo. Expelli. Devolso. Arresto Momentum. Sendo. Incendio.
Why don't you come up here and fight me?
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
I won't rest.
Levioso.
You
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Vigi. Glacius. Accio.
You can't stop us.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here. and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio! Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
It might be work.
Revelio! This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realise it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out.
Deposit!
Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio. Lumos.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
Lumos.
Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio. Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Incendio. Lumos. I know it sounds strange. Fair enough.
I'm listening.
I think it's...
But you said you...
That's true. I'm still not sure what I do know is that my...
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here.
We can.
Understood. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol.
I've been thinking. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic.
I can't be sure, of course, but
Very well.
true. Perhaps
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. Did I mention that, apparently?
you did not.
No idea. I have no idea. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Oi, can you help me? Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
Pete was in a mood the other day. Tossed my quill right on Scribner's desk. Now I have detention for a week.
Oh, I've been turned around on the ground.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young
I've
friend.
learned how to get around the car.
Levioso.
But I'm lost again.
Compulso. Revelio. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Depulso. Levioso.
If I could have a moment of your time.
Off on another adventure.
Oh, hello. And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, good, that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new. Levioso. Propulso. Descendo. Incendio.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards,
Revelio.
Lumos! Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust.
Lumos!
Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Incendio!
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school, Amit.
Look, there's the table. I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out.
Revelio!
The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy.
Here I come.
Glad.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband, Aidan, was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the...
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
One of the best meals I've ever eaten. Who's it? Not quiet enough.
Expelliarmus! Protego! Well, stupid! Depulso! Descendo! Incendio! Arresto momentum!
I won't rest.
Incendio! Expelliarmus! You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Revelio. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be in...
Wonder who lives here.
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I can certainly try and find some for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm worried about the travelling vendors and would love to get them more Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to...
This place has seen better days. Revelio.
Protect the manager!
Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Come out before I find you.
Stop right there! Let's turn your predator and prey, shall we? I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Depulsor. Arrest the momentum. Descender.
You'll feel that tomorrow, if you last that long.
Expelliarmus.
Potato production! Nice drive! Damn you! Shine now!
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Levioso.
Potato! Expulsor! Did you learn that in your face?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Potato. Stupid break. Levioso.
If I had someone...
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Depulsor. Arresto momentum. Descender. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo.
Well, if we're talking speed... Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. Enough dumb beasts for everyone. It'd be useful if I wasn't on this stupid patrol.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle went out. Levioso. Glacius. Expelliarmus.
Thought we'd
Confringo.
get him and then come and help. Afraid to take a hit. Where'd it go? I've seen Billywigs with more stick.
Incendio.
Help me! What have you done?
Depulso. The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now. Let's have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the Horcrux for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Arresto momentum! Incendio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Arresto momentum! Glacius! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Glacius! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Glacius! Arresto momentum! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Arresto momentum! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio!
That was a close one. That's all the Horcrux for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Revelio!
Lumos!
Incendio!
Lumos.
Lumos! Revelio!
Lumos. This must be Sirona's box of letters. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back. I should find Mrs. Sprottle. She'll be glad to get these hawk lumps.
They come after me. I'll stick them like a knocktail. Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough. The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts. Come out before I find you. I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Incendio.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Wonder who lives here.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
Oh, hello again. How nice to see you. And yes, I did. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest practicing dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. I have good news. I was able to harvest some hawk lumps for you, and I found Sirona's box of letters.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion. And Sirona will be delighted to have those letters. How kind of you. Now you be careful heading back to Hogsmeade.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Hope they know what they're doing. Runes can be dangerous.
Revelio. Past the river near the forest. I must be on the right track.
How unfortunate for you. I know all about you and your violent streak.
This looks intriguing. Is that Inferius wearing a woolly jumper? That must be Bardolph. Bardolph's woolen jumper. I'm not sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him.
You try casting Petrificus Totalis on me, and I'll make you regret it.
Revelio.
You're a slippery little shrike, aren't you?
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place.
Oh, I do hope my brother is all right.
I could use some gold.
Madame Beaumont, I believe I have some news of your brother.
Bardolph? What do you know of my brother?
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd!
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No, this can't be.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph! Bardolph, my dear, dear brother. I shall never...
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. My apologies. I've not been myself since we last met. Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. It's Ranrock I have to thank for losing Bardolph. If only I could somehow rid our hamlet of these monsters. I'm simply at my wit's end.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here?
To the south, across the river. Last night, I won't go near them.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
I remember you.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
Such arrogance. You ought to cut back on pudding. I took you for a troll the other day. I deserve it. Over here, there! Can't handle a little altercation. How nice of you to stop by. I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day. Feels like I've been at this for hours.
unimpressive. You're the one who released hope. That student defeated our encampment. Is that the best you can do?
Expelliarmus!
Let's get this over with. You will regret coming here. Such arrogance. Someone's here. Fight about the one of the party. You're very weak. No, that's embarrassing, isn't it?
Expelliarmus! Protego! Expelliarmus!
Old defense and no up. What an unfortunate disappointment.
I was right not to be worried about you.
Rebellion!
Somewhere. Seems the coward fled. Not quiet enough.
Incendio! Accio! Depulso! Descendo! Protego! Accio! Arrest the momentum!
What do you think? Give up.
Accio! Descendo!
Seems your art isn't in this at all.
Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
I won't rest. Dead.
That was pitiful. You
Incendio!
got away with that.
Confringo!
You won't be able to stop Ranrock. Is that the best you can do?
Also!
An utterly pitiful display.
Descendo!
Well, this is sad. Really, it is. That was unimpressive.
Confringo!
No!
Protego!
Get away with that.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
You only have Ranrock to blame. One camp down, one more to go.
You will regret coming here.
I could fall dead asleep on my feet, I could.
Patricius Totalis.
How nice of you to stop by. One less human to worry about. Wait a moment. Over here. You're really not very good at this, are you?
Incendio!
I won't rest until you're dead.
Lemons. Confringo.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
No!
Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
Revelio!
I do miss the bustle of business. Poor customers, afraid to venture out. I do appreciate what you went through to find my brother.
Hello, Madam Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
It was harrowing, and they dug in their heels, but I managed.
Oh, I wish my brother could have done what you did. Perhaps he'd still be with me now. I'm especially grateful. You did, for Badolf, what I could not. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen. Thank you.
This place has seen better days. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I'll fix him. That charm grinder.
I wish I had the courage to go into the forest.
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine, Willardsey, charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind! Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon. Don't forget, the butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck!
What are you up to now?
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Luma! Well, we've come this far. Incendio! Well, well. Look what we have here. Incendio! Accio! Hogsmeade, here I come.
Oh, please tell me you have an answer for me about the butterfly.
Hello, Miss Willardsey.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? What can I do for you today? A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Potato! Expulso! Witch in Felcroft. I was surprised how much jewelry she had.
Aaron Shear isn't worth the time. No amount of spoils is worth that many spiders.
Potato!
So very weak. It's you who interfered. Incendio! Where's that goblin hell? Incendio! Oh, forever. There's talk of what you Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. A wise decision. Thank you.
Yes.
Off on another adventure, are we?
That was it. Half a bottle of that.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo.
Expelliarmus! Here I come. Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggamel potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.